Hey there guys, welcome back to my blind playthrough of Resident Evil Requiem, and correction, it's not a blind playthrough right now, because I'll be real, I played through the West Wing and East Wing sections, and it wasn't a blind playthrough quality, honestly, because it's just a lot of memorization. You kind of have to do things in one specific way if you're going to be able to get through the sections correctly. And to save myself the trouble of editing, I'm just going to start from here. So we come to this kitchen right here, and there's the chef. So in order to get past him, you have to pull this backwards so that he's not close to you as you're getting past him. And I did learn a lot of things about the zombies on this game. So the zombies on this game, they don't actually react to your flashlight, and they also don't react to you sprinting, aside from one particular zombie. And also, even when you're crouched, if you're close to a zombie, they'll just know where you are. This is precisely why you have to move this tub back here, so that he's not close to you when you're getting past him. I can definitely sprint right now. And then right here, you have to interact with this particular light switch, so that the zombie that goes for the light switches will not be near you. So he's going to notice the light. He's going to come all the way here. I have no idea how he notices the light. But you have to hide right here. And don't bother going into this bathroom right here. There is a cleaning zombie, but there's absolutely nothing important in that room. And I gotta say, guys, this part here, I didn't even realize you had to hide here until much later on in my earlier playthroughs, because I was hiding in the bathroom, but I was running the risk of being spotted by the cleaning zombie. And this isn't the only zombie that responds to lights. There are multiple zombies that respond to lights. And there are also 2 singing zombies as well. But you get past these enemies, and you unlock this shortcut, and this takes you back to the safe room. Or we're just going to continue on. One of the zombies is going to crawl out from underneath the table. He knows exactly where you are. He just knows exactly where you are. It's really silly that you can't escape him. I don't really understand that, but he will stop chasing you at a certain point. So the music's playing, so he knows where I am. But you run in here, grab the loot. This is all on standard difficulty, so this will change on insanity mode. I'm gonna grab this antique coin. And then right here, you have to break this box in order to make noise. Because the strange thing is, you can break boxes and it attracts zombies, but if you shoot your gun, they will not react to the gunshot. I have no idea why you can't use your gunshots as distractions. It's a bit odd. But this guy's not going to see me because I'm going to be sprinting. Yeah, he's just going to stay right there the entire time. And also, something else I learned, the files that you collect between save files, you can actually read all of them. So they store all the files in a separate cache that combines all your save files together. So all of these files that I got in my previous playthrough, they're all here. So that is really cool, that just like Resident Evil 6, they've stored all the files in a separate cache that combines all your save files. So you have stuff like the puzzle solutions, you have some other files here. I mean, a lot of it isn't really important. A lot of this is just related to puzzles. There is one file on Victor Gideon that Leon just has in his section the first time when he's on the street. This doesn't really show anything important. This is from the DSO, stuff about Victor Gideon. So he was apparently a former Umbrella researcher involved in researching the T-virus. He was called as a witness in the Umbrella trials, which are also known as the Raccoon trials. And then this just talks about the Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center as once being run by the Spencer Foundation. So nothing really that important. But you come over here, and you gotta go to the right. Let me grab this. And there's also a file you can get right there, but it's already logged in my cache. You come here, and you get the solution by getting a pencil from that room and writing an impression on that paper. But the puzzle solution here, and also you can actually look at files while you're in these locked view moments, which is cool. So the puzzle solution is moon, sun, star, moon for this one. There we go. And then you also have to make sure you grab this. This has a red jewel that you need to access the parlor. But I'm going to run past this zombie because they're delayed. Oof, that was close.
I hate this place.
And of course, we got to go back through this door right over here, but the butcher is going to be in the hallway now. He's coming, he's coming. Oh, really? You can't examine items while in the locked view moments? That doesn't make sense.
Weird.
But you get a lot of antique coins on standard difficulty. Yeah, a lot of this is just going to be like pattern memorization because of the fact that you don't have much ammo. I get why they designed it as such, but I imagine on repeat actually no, it might not be a problem on repeat playthroughs because of course you're doing the same thing in the older Resident Evil games, like in the classic games.
Sorry about this.
Like memorizing which enemies you're supposed to run past and all these other things, like with running through the environments. It's just with this game, it actually feels like it's designed for that, with the strategies you have to implement. But you insert the antique coins into here, and you can gain access to the goodies that are here. And this increases the blood collector capacity, but I don't really think it's that important. Now that we have the East Wing key card, we can move on. Yeah, see, there he is. He's no problem to get past on standard difficulty. And then this East Wing section, it's going to be more of the same with pattern memorization. It's kind of designed with running through them as fast as possible while also acquiring some loot. This is why I didn't want to showcase what it was like in the earlier playthroughs, because it was just a lot of restarting. But I should have the code here. It's 30 right, 10 left, 50 right. But here's a hemolytic injector here. I'm going to run past this guy. Do not waste your hemolytic injector, because that corpse will still get up regardless of what you do. But you just got to head into this room and get the blood collector. And then you also get the chance to unlock some crafting recipes. So you interact with these denatured blood specimens, and you put them into this machine right here, which is a laser microscope. And then you solve a puzzle that's similar to the puzzles you see in Marvel Spider-Man 2, with the active atoms, the neutral atoms, and the corrupt atoms, but only with this one you're having to activate all the atoms. So whichever one you select affects the adjacent atom. Alright, so there's some blood to collect. And then this right here, what you have to do is you have to interact with that light switch over there so that the zombie isn't close to you. There you go, so immediately sprint. The zombie's not going to notice you quickly. I don't know how, because he's staring down in my direction. Also need my light on. But again, do not get close to the zombies. Even if you're crouched, they'll know where you are. But this right here, there are 3 zombies in this hallway, but you have to run past them. Like, you have to run through this door, and then you have to reset the enemies. I'm not really sure what they expect you to do for those zombies in the hallway. It feels like you have to run past them. I mean, it makes sense. Like, obviously on the first playthrough, this might not be the most enjoyable gameplay section, but it's meant to be more enjoyable on repeat playthroughs when you're speeding through them and acquiring loot. That's the whole point. But let me put some stuff away. I can totally understand why the shortcut is designed like this, just to allow you to put your loot away. You need to save up on your pistol ammo because there's a really annoying section coming up with a screamer and a couple of zombies. But it makes sense because you're having to save up on loot to deal with those sections. But the enemy placements are a bit random because I reset them. But usually this guy is right here. This is the guy that reacts to noises. And unfortunately, I'm going to be very close to him even when I'm crouched. So I got to run past him because he's going to notice me regardless of what I do. And then this part right here, there are 2 zombies. You have to deal with them. It's still so interesting how Grace, who only has some basic training at the FBI, is capable of pushing zombies and also stabs zombies in the head with her makeshift knife as a defense item. Yet Leon and Claire in Resident Evil 2 Remake, they can't melee zombies after they stun them. They don't actually stab the zombie in the head when they use the knife as a defense item. That is just so silly that that is the case. But also, the makeshift knife is really good at stunning the zombies on standard difficulty. I don't know what it's going to be like on insanity mode. Oh, that was close. See that? That was cool. But you don't get much infected blood from the enemies, and I don't know if these enemies only turn into blister heads when you play as Leon. I'm not sure if it's like Resident Evil Revelations 2, where the stuff you do in Claire's campaign affects Barry's campaign. Maybe it's like that. But there's a lockpick, and then there's a typewriter there. And then you can't access this puzzle box immediately because you have to get corrosive. And in order to get the corrosive, you have to go to a room that's over there. But the big guy is going to come in a moment. Here are some bases. Make sure you grab this tag here. But in order to get past this guy, you've got to go back to that room where the zombie that's averse to noise is. Because this guy just knows where you are. But you just gotta hide right here again. And it's so odd, this big guy is making so much noise, yet he's not aggroing the zombie that doesn't like loud noises. Wait for him to back up. He's turning around. Now I can get past him. It does feel kind of railroaded what you're doing, but it really isn't a big deal. It's well designed. However, this part right here with the Screamer and the other zombies, I don't really find it to be as good with its designs. But I can craft another hemolytic injector. It's best you have 2 for this sequence. And I'm not going to convert my makeshift knife into scrap right now. The game does give you some bullets, which helps. I have no idea what the sequence is going to be like on Insanity mode. Maybe they'll actually improve the enemy placements better. Okay, and also you got to make sure you don't rush into the room too quickly, because she's scripted to scream regardless of what you do. Like, if you get to this threshold right there, or if you vault, she will scream. But if you're in the room when she screams, you will be stunned and you will be knocked backwards, which will delay you. So you need to stand right here, wait for her to scream. And then you gotta stun her and use the hemolytic injector. There we go. I can make more handgun ammo. Let me grab that. And then you need to stun one of the zombies. And push him into the other zombies. Come on. There you go. See? It's nice that they implemented those systems with pushing the enemies and getting them out of the way. That is really well designed. So actually, it's not that bad. It's just you gotta have the forward knowledge to realize that you're gonna have to use the hemolytic injector there. So it's fun. I do like this. I mean, obviously, again, on the first playthrough, it is kind of boring having to memorize all that, but once you do, it flows nicely. I do like it. But then this is where Victor Gideon shows up. So yeah, past this cutscene, it's all new territory for me.
Oh, Miss Ashcroft, come in. I won't harm you. I was just looking for Dr. Richardson.
Why did you kidnap me?
Kidnap you? I liberated you.
Who are you?
Oh, forgive me. Dr. Victor Gideon. I run this center. It took forever to find you. You're not like other people, you know.
Is that because she was bitten by a zombie and she isn't transforming?
You're quite...
And I don't even know if this particular virus is transferred via bite.
unique. through you, Elpis can finally be set free.
I like his acting.
Why me?
Because my master made you who you are.
His master being Spencer.
Ah. Phase 2's about to begin.
So I'm assuming Phase 2 is related to this transformation. So I'm guessing when we play as Leon now, we're going to be dealing with blister heads. So I'm guessing he logged when he infected everyone in this facility, and Phase 2 is when the blister head transformation should begin.
Would you like to see what's hidden under the hood?
And that right there is so cool. She tricks Victor into thinking she ran out of the room. I have no idea how, for an introvert like herself, she was able to think on the fly like that, because that is pretty impressive.
Grace! 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 There's no escaping your destiny.
That was definitely one of the best moments with Grace's character, with tricking Victor like that. And obviously, she wasn't going to shoot Victor because I feel like she kind of recognizes him as the guy that murdered that hotel manager and who took that many shots.
What the fuck does he mean, destiny?
But for this puzzle right here, there are 2 photos in this room, and each photo has one half of the puzzle solution. There we go. Unlocking the organ transport box. I'm not entirely sure what this is referring to. Master Spencer's research, Victor Gideon, mutated T-virus strain, which, is this related to the VACT process? Because we've already seen a mutated T-virus strain with the VACT system that led to the Elder Crimson Head and the other Crimson Heads we see in Resident Evil 1. It was some mutated variant of the Epsilon strain, I believe. Herein documents a theory that uses the T-virus to control memories and will, which almost makes me wonder if that flashback sequence we did as Grace was incorrect somehow. I have no idea. This research shall serve as a guiding light for all of humanity. I don't really understand how controlling memories and will is related to being a guiding light for all of humanity, but okay. Or, like with human evolution. In rare instances, repeated mutations of the T-virus can trigger an abnormal reaction in an infected individual's body, leading to changes in their blood. The mutated strains of the T-virus will likely sweep the world, and total eradication will be impossible. Those infected by the mutated T-virus strain firmly retain their pre-infection habits and characteristics. See, but that doesn't make any sense. You would assume that a mutated T-virus strain would lead to more necrosis of the brain. A part of the reason why the C-virus was so successful is because Carla had succeeded in extracting the DNA mutation attribute, which was a key component of the original progenitor virus, and combined that with the T. veronica virus, which allowed the creation of the TO2 strain of the T. veronica virus. And when she combined that with Sherry's G virus that was weakened, this then led to the C-virus, and that's why the Juavo were able to retain better faculties and also follow orders and handle firearms and even communicate with each other. So this statement here doesn't make any sense. I question if it's different on the Japanese version because, again, Resident Evil is a Japanese series, so whenever you translate from Japanese to English, there's always going to be lore discrepancies or any changes in the meaning of files and dialogue. And I talk about such moments in my updated Resident Evil Village retrospective. So blood transformation. Within this lies the key to humanity's evolution, which Doesn't really make sense. I don't really see how blood could contribute to evolution. Okay, but I know I can use the ID wristband in this room right over here. Okay, so how am I supposed to do this? Because I can't sneak kill enemies with the makeshift knife, I can only do so with the hemolytic injector. I think for the time being, I'll go back and deposit my quartz. But see, he's reacting to my sprinting. So that's one of the few zombies that are able to respond to your sprinting. That's 2 out of the 3.
Only one left.
So there's definitely some risk and reward with either using your makeshift knives or converting them into scrap. Oh shit, he's here. Is she moving? Yeah, she's moving. I think she's investigating the noise? Yeah, so you gotta be very strategic with when you break certain vases. Must be that. Oh. Is that ammo for the Requiem? Must be that. So yeah, I never thought a Resident Evil game would actually use boxes and vases for strategic reasons. So it allows you to craft med injectors and Requiem ammo, which I don't really need. Although Requiem ammo might be important though. Let me craft a hemolytic injector and I'll take that. I got a trophy for picking that up. Oh shit! And she ignored me. The awareness on the zombies is pretty odd. Let me see this. To all staff, we will be updating the following safes in the facility. East Wing, waiting room. West Wing, barn, lounge. East Wing. Okay, the remaining safe will be replaced at a later date. Oh. There's some more antique coins here, but I don't really need that. So I do like the strategy aspect with getting past the zombies. It's certainly more engaging than how it is in the older Resident Evil titles, with just running past everything in very weird ways. And I'm specifically referring to the classic trilogy. Like this one, it actually feels more integrated into the world itself with the way you actually get past enemies. And what's he getting agitated about? I can use the lockpick here. Rare metal, what does that do? A pile of titanium and zirconium combined with infected blood to create the Requiem ammo. Okay, well that's not important. You know, it does actually make sense why they gave you so many antique coins and why they also put the East Wing keycard in the same room as the hip pouch, because they want you to have it. They want you to have that hip pouch. Is he actually killing the zombies right now? Oh, come on. Well, he can't come in here, so it doesn't matter. So let's use the laser microscope. Oh, I get it. Like that. And right, there's this room, so I did have to come here. It's nice that they place a lot of these key locations right next to stations like this, because they want you to have all the crafting recipes, they want you to, have certain items like the hip pouch. It's entirely logical. Like, if they're treating it as important to the actual progression of the game, but they don't want you to go off on some divergences, they put all that stuff close to you, which is nice. And I got a transfusion bag. What does that do? Use it to refill the blood collector, so... Okay. That's nice, that they have another way of getting blood. Blood specimen reversible. Oh, standard is just giving it all, it seems. Okay, Victor's journal entry, November 30th, 2004. My master's research has come to fruition? What? Impossible! And that child, she must be the final piece of the puzzle. I need to get my hands on the child's data. I'm sure this will bring me closer to his vision. December 8, 2004, the organization was able to get me the child's medical records. It was lacking in certain areas, but did have her genetic information. I can use this. Yeah, this game is a lot of fun right now. I'm really enjoying it. But obviously that's because I had the forward knowledge to memorize the sections and then redo it all. Okay, so 4 steps. This is going to be tricky. I think... Yeah. Okay. Thank God I was able to do that. Should I make a makeshift knife or a hemolytic injector? Like, at least crafting matters in this game. In Resident Evil 2 Remake, crafting was so pointless because of the fact that you did everything knife only. So this guy killed one of the zombies. And why is this taking 2 oh no, never mind. I thought it said it was taking 2 injectors to kill that guy. And why is this cleaner zombie here? Oh, is she reacting to the bodies that are down? Oh, that's So that's how you lure her. This game is so interesting with the way you can strategically kill enemies, use the environment to bypass zombies. That's awesome. But this guy should be able to kill that cleaner zombie. This game is so interesting. Wow. This is actually really, really interesting with the way they're implementing so much strategy and how you get past the zombies. That's really engaging. Like, do you choose to kill a certain zombie? Do you choose to use a hemolytic injector? Do you choose to break a vase now and actually lure certain zombies away? This is actually really, really engaging. What a cool idea. Okay, guys, so I took the time to explore a bit, but I know where I need to use this ID tag now. You have to go all the way over here. And this guy's in the way, but I can't even get over the table, unfortunately. But this is as good a time as any to showcase how good the knife is on standard. See? Look at that. But I have to somehow get these guys out of the way. Or not. Oh, it's just a... God dang it. Oh, I got a hip pouch. Nice. That'll come in handy. And I know the third floor only Leon can access with his axe. Oh, shit! I might need to use the hemolytic injector on her, because her scream is really annoying. Take this! And she drops antique coins. Can they also hear this? Yeah, they can. They can actually hear the vases being broken. That push is such a great mechanic for actually getting some space. Is that a gun? Oh, it's Grace's gun. Not entirely sure what the benefit of this is. It has more power. That could be useful. He's down. And he drops a hunting knife. I really like this game right now, guys. I really do. You know, I can convert this to scrap, actually. I mean, how do I choose which makeshift knife gets converted to scrap? Okay, it prioritized the low durability one, thank God. Alright, guys, I found where I was supposed to go. It's right by the kitchen. That's where I can use the ID tag. Also, while I was busy searching for the door where I could use the ID tag, I was taking the time to kill some zombies and also use the hemolytic injector and also explore the area some more. And I killed this butcher enemy right here with the hemolytic injector, and he drops a pantry key, and when you go into the pantry, you can get some free loot. And also, for some bizarre reason, in the pantry, you can get a charm that increases your knife durability, which is really bizarre. It increases your knife durability and power. I need to lose this guy. He's down. Construction notice. Due to the aging infrastructure, construction on the garage will be carried out during the following dates, October 21st to October 28th. Do not enter work area unless authorized. Oh, a safe room. And a wrench. Okay, this is a key item as marked by the game. So I have to use... Oh, I know where I have to use that. I have a lot of stuff. But I'm just not sure how best to use all of this. Okay, so this leads to the garage, as it said. And I got a checkpoint, which I don't want right now. Because I do want to explore up here. This is an entire new area, separate to the other areas I've been in. Oh, nice. What is this place? Oh, it's just an office, and there's an empty bottle here. And a laser microscope in an office? Why would that be the case? You really saved my butt the other day. As thanks, you can take whatever you want from the safe. So this is the bar and lounge safe code. I am not sure if those zombies will hear this box break. So I'm not going to break it just yet. Oh, Grace Ashcroft? A background check. So, period of observation, September 9th through 16, 2026. Detective M.D. Birdie, RGT Detective Agency. Summary of investigation. Employed by the FBI at the Midwest Field Office. Lives alone close to her office. Goes home late, often after midnight. Spends her free time at home. No confirmed contact with others. It's difficult to get close as the target rarely leaves the FBI Midwest Field Office area. If you want to make contact without raising suspicion, it would be best to do so when she's away from home. A more detailed report and several photographs will be sent at a later date. You're not going to comment on that, Grace? It's a bit odd. A toy clacking. Oh, that. Oh, I know this place. And I said it's right next to the bar, so I think I'll make another save and then go into the garage. I'll put this empty bottle away because I haven't really found a use for the empty bottles, and I've already been making noise in other ways. Yeah, it says here hexagonal shaped nuts and bolts, so I need that wrench for that door that had that wheel on it. I know where that is. What is that? Is that the... Oh, is that the organ transport box? It must be that. I have the instructions for that. Yeah, that's what I need. I gotta go back to that operating room. If it's giving me a checkpoint, then it must mean that something bad is going to happen in a moment. Oh, holy shit!
What the fuck?
What do I do? What the fuck do I do? He's dead.
Give me a fucking break.
Wow, that was an homage to Resident Evil 4 OG with that drill sequence where those two Ganados were trying to kill Ashley. That was really cool. Where the hell did he come from?
Oh, fuck.
But of course, Ethan Winters has done crazier than that. Oh shit, he's mutating into a blister head. They're gonna be a lot faster and a lot more dangerous. Best I make a save. But again, I gotta get back to that room, and I also need to access that staircase. Hemolytic injectors are gonna be even more important now. This game has been a blast so far on standard difficulty. Yeah, he heard the noise. Are you serious? What's he doing here? Come on, hurry, hurry!
Damn it.
Now I can use the wrench. That's an homage to Resident Evil 3 OG. Another organ. There's no way this could work. I mean, I know in the real world we have like pig's hearts and we have other artificial hearts, but they're not very effective. Ooh, need that. It consumed the full amount, so it doesn't leave any leftover blood inside of that bag. It consumes the full amount, so that can be a bit of a problem. But at least I can make a hemolytic injector. I don't know how many other organs I need. Do I need a third one? Let's get you out of the way. Because that scream is really obnoxious. Get you out of the way. Yeah, there is going to be a lot I have to practice with this game when it comes to the paths and knowing which zombies to take out. There's definitely a lot of strategy with this game. This blood collector is really important right now. It's nice that this game isn't designed for knife only. They're really encouraging a lot of creativity and a lot of strategy because like you just don't get that in knife only Resident Evil titles. I know I said there was a lot of strategy in Resident Evil 2 Remake despite the fact that it was designed for knife only, but it might have felt that way during my playthrough, but it isn't preserved when I'm not playing Resident Evil 2 Remake. So I gotta put the lungs in first. And then put the heart in.
Of course it gets up.
Oh, he... Okay, he just dies out after a certain amount of time. That helps. So that was a total waste of the Requiem. It was a fake out. The developers tricked me. That was very clever. Okay, but now that I have this, I can go back to that hallway. Oh, she's going to clean the body. She's going to clean the body. Yeah, the enemies just omnisciently know where dead bodies are, where lights are. Or not, she's going past the body. That's weird. Okay, so what am I doing now? This is probably going to escalate into a big encounter, so I've got to be ready. You know, something I gotta say, guys, at least the pathing on the zombies is improved compared to Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 3 Remake. The zombies were so drunk in those games. They just wandered all over the place and walked into walls. They couldn't even walk in a straight line. Double mutation. There have been a number of cases where corpses infected with the mutated T-virus strain have exhibited rapid tissue regeneration and sudden violent behavior. Analysis of the enlarged tumor that formed on the heads of these patients revealed a sudden change in red blood cell patterns, consistent with the pattern found in urine tests. This additional mutation is considered a side effect of the mutated T-virus strain. So it's just another VAC process. Yeah, so the Epsilon strain was developed by William Birkin in 1998 as a refined version of the original Gamma strain using Sergei Vladimir's compatible clones to create a more adaptive-friendly strain for Tyrant production, responsible for the creation of the T001 Tyrant, the T002 Tyrant, and successor models. And then the VAC strain was a mutation derived from the Epsilon strain variant that exacerbates the already natural trait of the T-virus being capable of activating within a host, resulting in fresh alterations to the organism's genetic structure if triggered by an external catalyst. The VAC strain was discovered in 1998 and is capable of turning a zombie into a more deadly Crimson Head. So this mutated T-virus strain here is literally the Epsilon strain, and now they're saying this Blisterhead mutation is the VAC strain. It's literally that kind of relationship right now. They're really drawing upon Resident Evil 1 with the T-virus mutation here. Nurse's log, September 3rd. As per the doctor's orders, from today I will take part in monitoring the progress of Subject 171. She is emotionless and unsettling. This assignment fills me with unease. September 10th. Subject 171 is blind and requires a lot of assistance. I felt sorry for her and tried to offer some comfort by stroking her hair, but as always, received no reaction. Such an unnerving child. I just want to go home and shower. September 24th. For some reason, the security manager joined me today. He asked Subject 171 2 or 3 questions about blood, but of course, a child wouldn't know how to respond. What a strange man. This could be pretty bad. I don't know if I'm equipped for this. Star,
This must be it.
moon, sun. He's not dead, and I'm surprised you can't just inject him with the hemolytic injector. And that time has remained at 11:42 this entire time. You'd think there would have been some changes by now.
I can't tell which button's which. Braille. These girls, they look just like... You're the one that locked her up. I'm gonna borrow this.
You'd think you wouldn't be startled by picking up stuff from dead bodies at this point. Why do I need to take the child? Because these puzzle boxes reset. I don't need to bring a child. You can literally see the symbols when you press the button. I don't understand. But there's gonna be a big encounter. I just know it. Don't like that sound. Holy shit. There are so many zombies. That was close. That could have been really bad. They really had me tense, because I really thought there was going to be a big encounter, but there wasn't. Thank God for that. Of course, I'll make another hemolytic injector while I'm at it. Let me open this door up before I do anything. A doll? There's nothing on it.
Hey! Why did they put you in there?
I don't know. I've always been here.
I can understand Grace being wary if maybe she thinks this girl is related to the infection that's happening.
Do you mind if I come in?
I don't mind.
So, with the police.
Police?
Yes. I'd like you to come with me.
Why?
I'm Grace. What's your name?
Emily?
Emily?
Emily. You like reading?
Yeah.
Do you think you could read something for me? Please, I really need your help.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll take you there.
Sure, that's wise with all the zombies around.
There are steps. How about I carry you?
What do you want me to read?
There's some buttons with braille on them. Can you read them and then push the buttons in this order? Star, star, moon, sun.
Sure.
Thanks. Thank you.
Some actions and attacks are impossible when you're carrying Emily. You can set her down on the sofa in the guard office while you do what you need to do. Oh, okay.
Here, sit. I'll be right back.
I might need the Requiem for this. I don't know if the Requiem is capable of headshotting zombies. This is certainly different. And I really should be making a save.